Okay, all you air gun hunters that like handguns. Unfortunately, in the air gun world, we don't really have a large supply of what I would call real hunting air pistols. Most of them are basically target shooting toys. Okay, you're not going to get 250 foot-pounds out of most of them, and that's kind of really the starting point for hunting big game. I don't mean little stuff, but I mean deer and hogs. All right, so what I've got here is I've done a couple of videos on these before, different calibers. Dan McVeigh at XP-Airguns makes these. He's made for me the 12 gauge air pistols, 82 cal air pistol, numerous other air pistols. Hold that thought. Okay, as I was saying before the phone call came in, yeah, you can't. Mrs. Hollow Point calls, you got to take it, brother. Um, so that's the difference between looking for Miss Right or Miss Right now. You got Mrs. Right, you got to deal with it. So I said Dan's made multiple what I refer to as hunting air pistols. They do have the power, they do have the punch. Like I said, he's made for me numerous different caliber sizes. This one it's got a couple of new designs. This is a 452. When he does the 45 in XP-Airguns, it's the Ranger 45, and it's a 4.52 diameter bullet. Just like the old Gargoyle and the Bushbuck, they're 4.52 diameter. So just don't get that confused with the standard 457 that everyone else uses. Now, normally it's just one air tube in your barrel and 2 to 3 shots total most of the time with a 42 to 4500 psi fill, as you're looking for your sweet spot. Standard, one cock, one bolt cocks and opens up the port for the bullet. Okay. To uncock it, you pull it all the way back, hold the trigger down, and then let it forwards. Now, what Dan has done different on this is, he's always experimenting, is he's put on a second, take my nose out, a second air tube here, and as your crossover here in the front. So, to a certain degree, just like the old 909s, where it's 2 air tubes upright, this is 2 air tubes cockeyed, and with the fill nipple here on the front. Yeah, it's a little funky looking, but it does its job. Barrel band holding tight. It does have a open sight on here, so if you did put a just a ghost string on the back, you could use it as a non-scoped setup. Doug Russell at Mad Dog Stocks makes the pistol stocks for these guns. And of course it's got the little pick rail in front so you can throw a bipod on there. And it's got a rubber piece here at the bottom so you're not scuffing up, the bottom of your wood. Now what I did, just so I could see through this for video purposes and whatnot, is I stuck on, because it's got the regular, it's got a whole bunch of pinholes in here, or screw holes, so you can move your mounts back and forth, your Weaver mounts. But I stuck some rails on so I could put the ATN on there so I could kind of look through it via video. The normal rifle scope, most of you guys know, is just a single focal plane, and you can't even see it until it's out here like this, and it's really, for me, it is just so difficult trying to line up everything and keep it centered so I can see the darn thing. So that's another reason I threw this on, just for me to be able to use and shoot and see what's going on. You young guys with better eyeballs are happy with this. This is just a Leopold, I don't know what it is, to be honest. It's a 4 power, 1x3, I don't know. Anyways, it works fine most of the time. But for videos and so on, I'd rather not be struggling. I'd rather look through my 3-inch TV screen here. So that's why I added all this monkey gizmos to this. It'll sit up in, and you know, I still have to mount the back of it, like, you know, hold it and get it steady, but it'll be much easier for me to do this than it will be playing with the other one. So we'll get the bullets out for this, and we'll do some, we'll get it all sighted in. Now, granted, this takes lightweight bullets. This is not one of the big monster guns for the heavy stuff. It's for the lighter stuff. So I think I've got 4 or 5 weights here I've sized down, just to see how it does. 50. I'll put the chart in the video from shooting indoors with it, and we'll have some numbers for it, okay? Booyah! Okay, so we've got the little lightweight 150, the 155, the 170, the 185, and the 250 boat tail hollow point. So we'll see how these work. Now these are 457 bullets that I sized down to 452. Now, of course, with these little itty bitty bullets, and the fact that I've got this rail covering the chamber slot, it's a little difficult. Alrighty. Really like to back my palm up with something. That's almost there. Let's see. I knew this was going to be a little awkward, but, you know, it wouldn't be set up like this for hunting. Okay. We will take a look. I think I just clipped the center. Perfect. Looking good, gentlemen.
Okay, what I was saying earlier. Okay, so here's what we're looking at with the pistol. The 150, we're getting 3 tight shots and then 2 loose ones, the same with the 155. I mean, granted, at 50 yards, looking through that, this is really good for me. The 170, again, the first 3 are tight and then the 4th goes thrown. 185, again, that's not bad in the circle. There's my 4th. And the 250 are so heavy, it's kind of a bit heavy for the pistol. But 2 in, 2 out. So again, I think we're doing good considering it's only this long. So with that, guys, pistol hunting is the way to go. If you're looking for a heavy duty hand air pistol, XP-Airguns. Let's wrap it up.
All right, gentlemen. So I put the Leopold back on, and surprisingly enough, it is pretty much balls on at 50 yards. However, I must have set it up last time. It's still set up. That's the nice thing about these. It's pretty much, they're almost identical where it's hitting. So, so that is the 452 pistol. Dan's got etched on the XP-45P. So I guess that's the official term or name for this would be the 45P. I like it. I like it. First 3 shots were always very close. 4 and 5, 4 and 5 seem to walk on me, and I don't really know yet if that's just the way with that big ATN rigmarole I had on it, because with this I really got to squint, and there's no zoom. It's really, I almost feel like I'm just guessing half the time because the spot's so small. But with the ATN I could zoom in. So I like this a lot. I may wind up using it for a hog. I don't know. I mean, I've shot so many animals already with the pistols. We'll see what happens. But if you're looking for a hunting handgun for air, Dan McVeigh at XP-Airguns is the way to go. He still does everything one at a time, custom to your specification. So if you wanted this with a 16-inch, you'd have 16-inch. If you want it with 10-inch, you got 10-inch. He'll make it to your design. If you want a fancy stock, then you tell Doug over at Mad Dog Stocks. He'll make you whatever creative design piece of wood you want on it. So that's it. You see the chart that I put up. Now in the chart, I've done more shots because when I'm indoors, I'm trying to find the whole power curve and the fill and so on and so on. But as you can see, I did 5 weights: 150, 155, 180, 170, 185, and the 250. I don't really have something that I like that's in between the 250, the new 250, and the 185, the old 185. I'm working on a 200-ish, 220 grain, something to take up the difference. We'll see how that works out. You know, it's just, I don't like investing a lot of money into different bullet designs that aren't going to be moving. It's you know, why are you going to spend $8,500 on something that's not selling? It's not popular because either the design of the rifles aren't there for it. Everything I've always done in the past has been for very powerful single shot setups. So the short stuff I'm having to now rework on are for this new crop of lighter weight air rifles that are coming into the market. So again, any questions about the bullets, contact me, Mr. Hollow-Point. Anything about the 45P hunting pistol or custom air rifles, XP-Airguns.com. It'd be Dan over there. I'll put his contact information at the bottom here of the video. And again, he's always doing different things, different designs, different, it's always different. That's why a lot of the stuff you've seen over the past 15 years with me are been custom one-ups that Dan makes, because it's let's try this, let's try that. You don't know if you don't try. Barrel is threaded. You can get a muffler for this. I don't know what the threads are. I can't remember if it's a 15 by 1. It might be. I think for some reason 15 by 1 sticks in my head. But with this, you'll need a muffler that's got, a shank on it, because otherwise it's going to hit the double tube furniture or, hardware. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching me shoot. Hope you've learned something. You've got information out of it. That's kind of the whole point, is informational videos. There's so many guys that are better shots than me. But if you understand how it works, you got a better understanding on if it's going to be the tool for the job you're doing. So Mr. Hollow Point says thank you so much, and we'll come at you with something else in the future.